make up some lost ground against MBL. The other matchup, of course, we've got Velese versus Mr. Yo, and can I just tell you, Velese has looked unstoppable. Mr. Yo has been really impressive as well, but there is something about Velese. I think he's found his edge. He's finally found his a sweet spot here. Last year, by his own admission, there was a level of discomfort under the bright lights of the stage and that sort of stuff. So we'll get to that. But first, as you can see there on your screen, Jordan facing off against Tato. And Mem, this is probably not a matchup that these two guys were hoping for this early in the top 8 bracket. The two GL boys going head-to-head straight away.
Yeah, and all the series we have seen with them, I was checking with T90 and Dave. Mm-hmm. In big tournaments, always going for the last game. Always going for the last game. And recently, for Jordan. But I think this is the time for Tato to get into the top 4. If you are me as a prediction, I'm going for Tato.
He's looked really impressive. Nearly, I'm not sure what your take on it is as well, but Tato looked just unstoppable in the group stage.
Yeah, I think so as well. Jordan a bit shaky there. Obviously, I already voiced my concerns about his draft against MBL multiple times. It is easier for Tato to predict what he gets with Jordan than for Jordan to predict what he gets with Tato.
Very true. We'll have a look at some of those other matches as well. You can see Mr. Yo versus Velese and MBL Hera, that iconic matchup that we've already mentioned a couple of times today. And then, of course, closing things out with the headline act, Leary versus the Viper, a rematch of last year's final. So, must watch Age of Empires coming at you from all angles today. Live, of course, from Heidelberg Castle. Let's not forget where we are. We are in a literal, actual castle. Hundreds of years of history ensconced within the walls that have stood for so many centuries. And today, there's going to be a bit more history made here, although without quite as much blood and guts and horrible. Well, we hope. We've got contingency plans in place. I don't know if the armory door has been properly locked. Maybe the suit of armor behind us might be a bit more relevant for us than we perhaps were anticipating. Anyway, my friends, thank you so much for choosing to join us today. We cannot wait to get into the action with you, and we do hope you'll stick around as we get underway with our quarterfinals. I'm told that Dave and T90 are standing by, ready to go over at the caster desk, and not too long after that, we are going to jump into the draft between Jordan and Tato. Let's get underway, my friends. It is time to kick things off with quarterfinal coverage here at Red Bull Wololo Legacy. It's over to you, Dave and T90.
Team, you might not want to use any of them against Jordan.
If I know Tato, though, he was preparing strategies with his team, and he was preparing some strategies outside of his team. That guy is constantly thinking about new ways to innovate the game, especially with a mode like Empire Wars, especially with some new maps, let's say like the Bull. I could see some innovative strategies from Tato. Now, Tato sometimes overthinks things. We've been talking about his strategy. We've been talking about the innovation, everything like that. Sometimes you can tell he's just overthinking what he needs to do.
Yeah, I mean, he's a player who is known for his innovation, but sometimes doesn't even need to use that because he's got so much skill. So we'll really have to look at the draft. I think if there's anything that stands out to us, it will be on that draft. And I believe we have that draft ready for you now. We have best of 5s today, ladies and gentlemen, which means we will probably see civilizations we have not seen all tournament.
Ah, I want that. Do you think they'd make a replica for me?
I just want a banner. I just want a banner. That's all I want.
They probably put a controller on it or something for me.
I want a farmer. That's all I want on mine. But okay, we've got Atacama here banned by Jordan. And so again, keep an eye on things here, guys, because this changes things massively. We've got Jordan banning out, or excuse me, Tato banning out the Bull.
Yeah, the Bull being banned out there, and that's interesting that Tato chooses to ban that. I identified that as maybe a map that he would prefer with a wild strategy, but we have been talking to the players, or I've been talking to the players, and a lot of them don't like that map simply because there is so many strategies you can go for, and it feels like if you go for a certain strategy and your opponent accidentally counters that, you're just completely out to lunch. Like, you're completely screwed.
Yeah, I agree. Now look at this. So we've got the ban into the picks. We have Shoal now for Tato. He goes for Northern Isles afterwards. So this is different than the previous days now that we have more maps. And what that means is it is a lot more likely you're going to get that one map that you want, even if there's bans on there. And now I don't know what Jordan just said, but he's like, it's like he banned something or actually, I'm going to stop speculating.
And now it's Jordan's? Okay, there's the ban of Kawasan from Jordan. Atacama and Kawasan banned, Acclivity and Outcrop. Two very similar maps, Acclivity and Outcrop. And I think those play out in Jordan's favor. It's more of a macro-oriented game. He gets later in the game. He gets all stabilized, right? Tato is comfortable with both the late game, the mid game, and the early game. He's just a really well-balanced player. And he's gone for Shoals and Northern Isles.
Yeah, this is going to be fun. Now, they will ban out until there's just one map remaining. That will still be our first game here. So that's all we're going to see.
Arabia ban from Tato. I like that.
Yeah,
I think
I
that's
do too.
nice. I mean, Jordan's Arabia pick for his MBL was very questionable.
Yep.
Very, very questionable. But banning it versus Jordan, I think, falls in Tato's favor. And Morass now being banned. So that means Enclosed is going to be our final map.
This is an awesome map pool, and this is an awesome pool for this particular set. Enclosed, let's call it 50-50 in terms of how closed and open it is. Outcrop, also quite closed with areas to fight. Acclivity, very open, very aggressive. And then you've got Shoals and Northern Isles, excuse me, and there's a good mix of water.
These are like Shoals, Northern Isles, Acclivity, and Outcrop will result in the longest games out of these maps.
That's true.
And like we said, this matchup usually goes to the final game. So I think we're in it for a couple hours here, folks, as these guys are going to absolutely battle it out. I would not be surprised. And the Civ selections will be coming up shortly here. Tato just noting everything down. It's quite different in a live draft for the players to keep track of everything. So they're going to have to be really methodical on the way that they track these maps in the best of fives and the way they track their civs too.
Yeah, so I was talking to some of the players, right? And if you know how they typically draft, you've got an alphabetical list of civilizations on your screen in front of you with a bit of a countdown. And now they're going to have already written down civilizations they favor for every map. I'm sure they have like 8 different pages or for however many maps there are. But it is very different, and it can be very uncomfortable. And Dogao, he was willing to say it was also an excuse, but he did say yesterday that he couldn't. It was a different environment for him, so he didn't really know where to select his civilizations. But we're going to have the Gurjara ban here to start it all off here for Jordan.
Yeah, Gurjara ban. Jordan just wants to get that out of the way. It's a civilization that can be very annoying, especially with the Shirvamsha riders. As we see the Aztecs ban here from Tato. No surprise there. Basically, all the players here share the opinion that Aztecs are the strongest, if not one of the strongest civs in the pool. So it's unlikely we're going to see that. But I believe there's only one civilization ban for this best of 5. And now we see the Mayans pick from Jordan.
Yeah, so I mean, just shows you how strong they believe the Gurjaras and Aztecs can be. It should be 2 picks now for Tato, if I'm not mistaken. He goes Ethiopians.
I don't know how to...
I know you love the Ethiopians.
Yep, and I know a lot of the players around here love the Ethiopians. I believe there's only 2 players that can fully capitalize on them that we've seen so far in Red Bull Wololo. Now, this is the Civ pick that I absolutely adore, the Byzantines. I think they're viable on so many maps. I mean, Shoals, Northern Isles, they might just be the best Civ that you can select. And you can play them on land maps as well as water, as Saracens now come in for Tato. Saracens generally considered the Tato special.
Yep, exactly.
I think if we had a menu in front of us, the Tato's dish would be the Saracens.
Yeah, and that is a pick that is solid for Jordan. I'm sure he knows how to play it, but how much of that is because he doesn't want to play against it? It's got to be some of it. When you only have one ban, that's almost like a roundabout way of banning that civilization.
Jordan's really focused here. He'll give us a smile in a second, though. It's hard to go a couple minutes with Jordan without getting a smile. Berber's now seeing a lot of play, especially from MBL. We've seen it twice, and Jordan has selected them. Great Civ for both Acclivity and Outcrop, I think.
Yep. Dravidians. Now, this is funny, but I want to have a full conversation with you about this.
Do you think this is like a prevent Jordan from picking?
It's the GL special,
yeah.
Right? Like the GL team clearly based a lot of their practice around Dravidians, and I feel like maybe Bulgarians on
he's getting Italians too. So he's got Byzantines, Dravidians, Italians. And I think if you talk to most of the players here, they would say those are the 3 best civs on Northern Isles. and he's effectively denied them from his opponent.
In the past, people went Portuguese a lot on Northern Isles, so I'm curious if we'll see Portuguese. Actually, Bengalis is one that people have been
Bengalis
picking.
is great too. I think in the Byzantine versus Bengali, though, the fire ships from Byzantines do win that battle, whereas Bengali fire galleys will win against any other civ.
That'd be interesting, actually. I mean, I don't think we've seen an example of it yet, but it would make sense. One's firing faster, one's healing, I guess.
Vietnamese now from Tato, or from Jordan, sorry.
Okay.
And we only have 2 civilizations left to pick for Tato. He's going to pick them both here. And then 1 civilization left from Jordan. Hindustanis for Tato. Also another civ that is pretty good. I believe on Outcrop. I think that should be the pick. Outcrop or potentially enclosed. Acclivity, we saw them struggle in the hands of Leary.
Yeah, it's just, and some maps you need knights, right? And Hindustanis don't have that. But Incas from
Great for
Tato,
enclosed, I think.
I love that choice. I mean, Aztecs are going to be banned out every single time. Mayans are picked so frequently. And then Jordan's going to finish it off here with Sicilians.
I have to credit this villager, too. Completely level. All of those.
That's true. Wow.
He managed to fit them all in there, too.
Didn't even realize that.
He's
That is
pretty,
impressive.
he's pretty particular, I think.
Yeah, well, I mean, the villager's been very stoic out there. And, well, 2 teammates, 2 friends who've known each other for a very long time are about to face off here in a best of 5. I feel like the draft was fairly even there. It's hard to say. We don't know how some of these things are going to be played, but I liked what I saw from both.
I think Tato has the advantage on the water maps, and he's picked 2 of them. And Jordan has a slight advantage on the land maps, and he's picked 2 of them. So I believe if it comes down to enclosed, I really like that Incas pick from Tato. I think an Eagle civilization on enclosed where you can just focus everything in on aggression, make that transition into Eagles from maybe the archers that you open in, and have that gold in front of your base completely saturated can be very, very strong.
Yeah, and I mean, in the event that you are scared of an Eagle all-in versus someone like the Mayans, the Incas, of course, have those slingers. Our players are going to walk past us here.
Difference in mindset, maybe. I mean,
Yeah, I
Jordan
think
walks
so.
by, gives me a wink, gives me a smile, and Tato is just pure focus.
Okay, so I'm glad you brought that up. So I don't know what viewers think, and I don't want to portray any of the players out here who've made it to the top 8 as people who don't want to win, of course, right? But you know, there's this happiness, this cheerfulness, this I love life about Jordan, which is awesome, right?
Yeah.
I'm not saying you shouldn't have that, but you know, when I saw Jordan lose to MBL. You know, I went up to him and smile on his face. He goes, he's like, I'm happy with it. He's like, I just simply went up against things I've never seen before and left it at that, right? I feel like Tato is locked in at the moment.
Yep.
And Tato, as we see that wonderful smiling face, Tato's not going to let anything slip. And I feel like my point is there's a little bit more seriousness, a little bit more I've got to prove something to myself in the world to Tato than possibly this man right here. But look at him go.
I mean, look at him go. Look at Jordan. He is enjoying the moment, and I think Jordan is a player that knows himself well, and he knows how he operates.
Sure.
He knows his mental makeup, I guess, and he just embraces the moment. He's enjoying himself. He's enjoying being around all his friends, playing the game that he loves. And you just see him whistling, like he's whistling there. He's smiling, and he's having a good time. And I think that helps him. As soon as you see him without a smile on his face, I think his gameplay is going to suffer.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it's just, you know, a very unique individual, such a nice guy. So happy to have him here. But let's look at the difference between these two. We know Tato to be a cheerful guy. Oh, he is ready.
He's ready.
He is ready, and he has been thinking about this. I saw him 30 minutes ago. They were both actually at their computers that they're walking to right now, just going through the motions. And Tato, he was staring that computer down, man. I mean, the whole world is blocked out for him right now. There he is. He waves.
But it's all focused now. It's all focused now as the GL head-to-head is about to begin. And these guys are best of friends, too. I sat beside both of them at breakfast, and I was asking them how they feel. And both of them said, like, it's going to be, we really want to win, but at least when we lose, one of our friends is going to advance. But they had no mercy for each other. They're like, I want to beat you. I want to beat you in this.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's a very special team. It's a very special group of guys. You know, through the years, obviously, they've had different teams. They've been Gamer Legion for a while now, but it's all still the same crew. And they've been through a lot together. And I don't know. as sad as it is to see two teammates up against each other like this, it's beautiful this storyline exists.
Yeah.
And we could have been talking about the same thing if there were lands like this in 2018, because these guys have been in that conversation for a very long time.
And I know there's some GL crew in the back that...
Oh, they're not. They're so torn. Yeah, they're so torn.
They look nervous for both of the players. I know they get so close with their team. GL, such a supportive organization in Age of Empires 2. We're so lucky to have them. We're so lucky to have this guy. I mean, look at this. Every single shot is a smile. And then Tato, he's got some fight in him. He's all business until he gives you that little wink and the smile, you know?
Gotta love it. Well, here are the ratings, the rankings, you could say, that myself, Dave, many others in this castle contributed to, and you can see it's pretty close. You know, it comes to micro, Tato has the edge. When you look at everything else, there's just not a lot of difference between them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised that the Tato strategy meter isn't one more up. I mean, he's got the advantage over Jordan right now, who kind of plays what he knows. Well, and of course, Viper is a well-known 7 out of 10 strategist. Macro for Jordan, a little bit better than Tato, and I think that's how he wins games. You know, he gets set, he gets his walls up, and then he plays into the late game, and his transitions are so smooth. I mean, and his economy, we were talking about his builds the other day against MBL, even when he lost, incredible timings on his Castle Age and his Imperial Age after that, with all the harassment. As he continues looking at his Civ draft, you can see all the writing there. It's very complicated when you're doing it live. Doing it online is kind of like a crutch, and these guys are they're not really all that comfortable with this method yet, but that's part of the atmosphere.
Yeah, it's part of it. I mean, and you have to, I think what the drafting room does is it actually means you have to have the civilizations and your plans burned into your mind even more.
Yeah. Because
it's not quite as upfront and in your face. That's a lot. I don't think I've seen anyone else write that much within one of their books.
Nilly's got a book where he writes dumb jokes, and
he's got a lot of dumb jokes. So that book, does he have multiple books?
I came up with this one 4 months ago. Simply waiting for an opportunity.
Yeah. That does not surprise me at all. But as far as the competitors are concerned, Jordan has certainly written down a lot there. And I think it's matchups. You might do one of those things you did as a kid where you try and connect certain cities to their country, with the lines diagonal. Might do some of that and think, gonna do this with this map. He might do this, and it's all about matchups. But that face from Jordan just basically said, this is good. I can work with this.
Tato deep in focus. I hope he doesn't overthink it. He's got some... Oh, we have an interview with Jordan ready.
All right.
So that's fantastic. We'll hear what Jordan has to say.
Hello everyone, my name is Marco Bloch, aka Jordan. I'm from Germany and I play for the team Gamer Legion and I'm 30 years old. The qualifier was pretty rough, I would say, because there were 2 qualifiers, and the first qualifier I lost in the 2nd or 3rd round, and therefore I was very upset about that one. And then I went full try-hard for the 2nd qualifier. And there I was also shaky in the final round, so to say. I won 4-2 against Sebastian. Our team, Gamer Legion, we played in the Berlin gaming house. We had a boot camp there, and we played a lot, practiced a lot, and strategized a lot, so it was very intense preparation. So the most feared opponent would be either Larry or Viper. It has to be one of those two. Viper because he feel like counters my playstyle really well, and Larry because he is a very aggressive player. Confident I would feel against players like, for example, Daud. He's my teammate, and the reason for that is because I know him from very early on, right? So I know his playstyle very good, and my playstyle is very good against his. Always a dream opponent for me.
Well, he's confident against Doubt. Is he that confident against Tato? He has known him a long time, but Tato, despite being a top player for many, many years now, always manages to surprise us. And Jordan admitted after his set with MBL, he's like, I don't do well with things I haven't seen.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that would have been something that we could have said as well That's an awesome looking
I thought the
sergeant.
I thought the sergeant always had a sword. I didn't realize it had an axe. I've never looked that closely.
It definitely has a sword, but that looks
That
really
looks
cool.
even. I wish they had an axe.
Maybe this unit would actually be useful in Feudal Age and Castle
Dude,
Age.
that might be my favorite one. That one's awesome.
I want the helmet.
I
That
love
helmet
these
looks
3D,
awesome.
these virtual reality or augmented reality, I suppose it is, figures. They just add so much here as we're identifying the
apparently they
sets
do
that the
have an
players are
axe.
going for.
Okay.
They do
All right.
have an axe, okay.
I don't know if I can trust the people who are getting information.
Well,
from, but-
my eyesight is quite bad.
Yeah, it's all the same. Anyways, but that looks awesome. So what are you thinking? Obviously, it's game 1, so it's a lot harder to do this process of elimination game, especially in these best of 5s. And let's see what Tato wants to go for. Remember, he doesn't have Saracens. That's like the #1 Tato thing you think of. They should be getting started shortly.
I haven't been super impressed with Saracens in Empire Wars, though. I think it might actually be better that Tato doesn't have that. But he did pick Ethiopians first, which I also
Well,
haven't been super
actually,
impressed with. Incas! Incas for enclosed. That's what I was thinking
that
when
guy
we first saw that map.
is jacked.
Well, wouldn't you? I mean, how much do you think that spear weighs?
That weighs a lot.
That's a tree.
Yeah, that is. You're not wrong there.
You could see why they have the extra range.
Yeah, that's more than one tile, though.
Yeah,
that's like
true.
3 tiles. Well, this is a first for me, I think, that we've seen Incas. And you had mentioned we might see Incas here for Tato on this map, Dave. You called it correctly.
Yeah, and
Jordan
I think
playing as a Sicilian.
everything onto the gold, and you just go all in Eagles, and Jordan's going to be a little bit later to that market, and that might actually matter here.
I really like this from Jordan. I feel like the things that where he has had problems is when he's too defensive. And so he knows there's going to be a ranged army coming, and yet he's moving out anyways to the north. And that's not something that's typical for Jordan. And I think that if he does that slightly more frequently, the rest of his gameplay is going to carry him home.
We see Jordan selling 200 of that stone, so he keeps 100 stone in the bank, and Sicilian TCs go up incredibly quickly. If he gets a TC on that gold, there's not going to be a whole lot for Tato to pressure with the Eagles until he gets the siege involved.
This is going to be funny, though, because they're both going to have ranged units in defense and on offense, but the numbers might not necessarily match here. So let's see.
Look at that. Look at the resources for Tato. Just so consistent. I mean, he's taking the hunt with 6 villagers.
Also,
he really wants that food in quickly.
I'm shocked Jordan went for the farm upgrade. Honestly, I know you're Sicilians, but Tato's going to pounce here. And Tato could, I mean, you can snowball this to victory faster than you might think. He takes one archer. He's close to taking the second archer. He could take everything.
And
Yeah, this is a rough day. Everything's messed up. I'm late and my feet's not working today. Lagging. All this while is like quality sucks right now too. Please load. Nothing's really working. Oh no. I guess we'll have to go with the common traders if this doesn't work anymore. Anywho, Taro's getting something done. Like, it's really interesting to see Incas on the first pick. I think he assumed Jordan might go for mines, but I guess Jordan chose to go Sicilians. Um, Simply because messages are they're so strong in him. They're such annoyance because you can go full eagles and like it's almost impossible to compete with full eagles. The pressure that comes because obviously you can go with barracks. You don't need extra bullets. You can use your market and blacksmith to go up. And right now, Taro is putting down the pressure. He's got so many kills right now, 13 to 5. It's insane. And at the same time, he's up 1 minute faster. Jordan's, I think he's definitely 2 wills down, and that will difference, we'll have to see. Oh, Tato, so good. I think Jordan was trying to find him in the way, but I think he realizes Tato is sneaking around, and once Tato army hits, he'll be up very soon. Like, those eagles will upgrade, and that's gonna be so bad. It's only a couple of eagles in there, but I'm sure more are coming. Alright, I think Strange working much better now, thankfully. So, let me... Alright, now we're done. Hopefully everything's gonna be fine now. Toto still has a lot of army and he's gonna put pressure. The villager that's coming is probably gonna put down a siege workshop very soon. And I only see ranges from Jordan. That might not be good enough. I think this is kind of already a game. Once siege comes through, it's gonna be really impossible for Jordan to defend. I think it's a bit too late already to add um, anything like knights. Even man-at-arms could work here, or like longsword from Sicilians. They're not the worst. Maybe another idea would even be to like make a dungeon, go for sergeants, but we'll see. Jordan sees that Tato is not going for any crossbow upgrades. He's going full eagle, so he should see there's gotta be a plan. For now, Jordan has been able to defend for a bit. Hasn't taken too much damage. Well, for villagers, it's still a lot of damage, but I think it's okay. Tato's also gone 1 TC. Jordan's on 3 TCs right now, so Taro has a clear plan. He knows he has an advantage. He knows like eagle spam is impossible to stop, and those are 18 eagles, 2 monks, siege being added. What can Jordan come up with to defend this? He needs his own siege, definitely. He needs something like sergeants or man-at-arms, militia, whatever you call it. But yeah, he definitely needs some infantry. Or, well, cavalry is fine too, but I think he doesn't have any sort of eco for cavalry right now. Need the wood for stables, food to make them. It's gonna be difficult. Interesting micro from both Jordan and Tato. Look at them trying to catch the villagers, but Jordan's uh, very enduring and he just makes sure there's walls up there. He's just using house walls. He might have to delete the farm to put more walls down. On the other side too, Taro has some eagles sitting, waiting, hopefully catching. Yep, there is a donjon. Maybe we see some sergeants, but not really. Okay, another donjon. I do not know if this donjon is worth it. It might be able to defend versus a siege, but you'll have to look at the big picture. So Jordan is actually up on villagers. I think that's because of the 3 TCs. Oh, only 2 crossbows took their shot, I think. It wasn't that big of a deal. But till now, I think Jordan has been able to defend as much as he can. There's still gonna be a lot of pressure. Look at the army number, 30 eagles. Oh my gosh. What are you going to do versus that when they run around your base? Taking no damage whatsoever. Like, Sicilians, what unit they have? I have to say they have to go some kind of infantry. Because you can't just go up and make hand cannoneers or something yet. But I still don't see more barracks. Now, Tato's finished his second TC. He's just going to start moving while putting a lot of pressure on Jordan. Jordan's farms, they're actually empty right now. I think with all this pressure, his macro is going to suffer. The macro advantage that was the only advantage he had on those ratings. That was his macro, but it's suffering. Because obviously, like, when you're trying to think about what your plan is, trying to defend at the same time, the castle is a good thing though. Oh, he catches 2 villagers. This is nice. This is nice. Fun stuff, actually. 11-0 KD, eco KD for Tado right now. So that means he's just completely free at base to do whatever he wants. 4 TC for Jordan. Very interesting. It's going to be safe. I think if Jordan can defend like 5 more minutes. Oh, Stonewall. More dungeons. Will Tado run it down? Run it down. That's a lot of eagles. How exactly are you gonna save all? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I guess he can. 12-0 now. Look at the numbers. Look at the numbers. It's 14-0. Interesting choice from Jordan to send those crossbows out. Pretty sure he's gonna lose almost all of them. I mean, if okay, those sergeants will be able to defend for a bit. Now, Jordan has a castle. He has a 15-will lead, even though like he's spending a lot of resources on defending. So I mean, you can say it's not that big of a lead. He has only 10 farms working. I'm pretty sure his TC are not making any villagers right now anyway. And then obviously he just keeps losing villagers every now and then. So I would still consider eco to be similar, but the army count, it's gonna matter. Like, can Tato put the pressure down, or is Jordan gonna effectively transition into full sergeants? Because like when sergeants will be in imp, there will be impossible for Incas to deal with them. I don't see what they can make. Maybe slingers. Yeah, I don't see any other unit that can really take down sergeants for Incas because there's no cavalry there. Only 10 will difference now. So Tato catching up. Jordan's in a very defensive mindset right now. Also, not to mention, Jordan is a defensive player. He likes to play defensive. So this is completely comfort for him. And we see some slingers from Tato. And is there a redemption? That will be interesting. Look at how easily sergeants take down Eagle. Like, only one sergeant lost some HP, nobody else, and holy shit. Ooh. I think Tato's gonna try to snipe some villagers, but Jordan realizes it. Get some more villagers? I think he gets 2 more villagers maybe, but he's gonna lose a Mangal or 2. But Tato is still a bit far from going up. So is Jordan. I think they're similar. I think they're gonna have to use the market to go up after a while. But Tato has a lot of farm circling. Jordan only has 24, 25 farm circling. So it's definitely gonna be some difference. Tato's on 450 stone. He'll soon have the stone to go up. He only needs like 560 or 580 stone as Incas, because obviously Incas have cheaper stone buildings. And more TCs for Tato, or is that a university? Jordan selling wood for gold. Resources looking very close for him, for both the players. And Tato's buying food, Tato's buying food. I think it's gonna really matter who buys food first, right? Okay, more farms working for Jordan right now. Tato's almost there. He's almost there. He bought 100 more food, and there's a click up. There's a click up. We'll have to see how far. Okay, now Jordan buys food. That's really expensive. 100 food for 200 gold. Damn, son. 250. It's not too bad. 20 seconds is fine. It's perfectly fine. Now, it's all about how fast you can transition into that army. Jordan has to castle. He has a donjon. I think just one left, maybe two. I'm not sure if the one next to the TC went down or not. Now a stable also coming down for Jordan. Interesting, interesting. Is he really looking to switch, or is that just for some raids? Because I think it's still Sergeants is something Incas cannot really deal with. Slingers do feel effective against them, but I mean, look at that. Like one sergeant, like sergeant in Castle Age versus sergeant in Imperial Age is a big difference. The Pierce armor is insanely high. They do take damage. Yes, slingers do bonus damage. And maybe this is why Jordan added the stable. He knows exactly the only counter Incas could have here. Now, third castle coming up. It should be able to go up. I think Tato sees this. Now, obviously, it's a Sicilian castle. It's gonna go up very, very fast. You can't really do much here. He's gonna lose some of his slingers. He has 16 right now on the field. Probably some on the other side. He loses one. He loses two. Ballistics? No, not really. Taro has ballistics. I don't really know why he has ballistics, but he does. 4 stables. Interesting. He has already taken bloodlines. He's taken the first armor. And Taro's up. Oh, he's going for bracer and chemistry. That says it's gonna be a lot of arbs. Why chemistry? Incas don't have bombard cannons. But two aggressive castles, and at the same time, you can call them defensive castles because they're protecting each other at the same time, right? And you can have like 2 drops coming out at the same time. That's gonna take down the castle much, much faster. You can try to repair it, but it's still gonna be difficult. And all those eagles and slingers, they're gonna be hard to stop. Like, Jordan has to defend his base at the back, and he has to defend versus Trebs. This is really interesting for him to do. This secures his economy completely. That's a lot of knight. I don't think the eagles are upgraded anyway. Oh, they're on sand ground? Uh-oh, the eagles go down. Yeah, the eagles go down almost instantly. This is really good for Jordan here. He will be clearing those eagles and slingers before he has to take care of the Trebs. And eco-wise, he has 145 villagers versus 135 villagers. Both of these guys, they know, they just want to boom. Like, encloses a map where you can cockroach a lot, I think. And right now, Jordan's only on like 1/4 of the map, but he's slowly gonna expand. That's a lot of eagles coming out for Tato right now. They're gonna try to just snipe the traps, and oh, good timing and a really good choke point for Jordan, but I think there's too many traps. Way too many traps. Okay, the Cavalier is doing the right thing and going directly for Trez, but I think it might be a bit too late. Is it a bit too late? Yes, it is. I don't think that was worth it at all for Jordan. He's actually he took down 3 Trebs. It might be worth it, and there's Hobbs for Tato at his base trying to defend while Jordan's trying to raid. Also, since Tato has Bracer and Chemistry, it's gonna be really hard to raid him. Even Ballistics, like he's got all those defensive structures, towers, making it work for him. Jordan's military is not looking great. Like I think he's in like multiple minds whether to go for sergeants or to go for full cavaliers. Like obviously full cavaliers versus Hobbs is not a good option, but it's a Sicilian cavaliers. They take 50% damage, but like 50% damage is still a lot of damage. I think a Hob does like 32 damage to a cavalier if I'm right. Or is it 54? One of those. And Jordan has all the infantry armors. They're gonna affect the villagers, so obviously even while raiding, I'm sorry, I meant Tato has all the infantry armors. Oh, look at Jordan's tech tree. He's taking the infantry upgrades. He's looking to switch into sergeants, I'm sure. Wow, these arms don't really do much damage anymore. There's only a couple though. And Jordan has successfully taken down one castle. And he might slowly take this other castle down too. Tato's gonna start to struggle. I don't really think there's too many units anymore for the Incas. Jordan's on stone a lot. Like he has every single stone style on his side secured. And he's on stone. He knows he has to go sergeants here. Like sergeants will become unstoppable. He can also it's not First Crusade with Sicilians, is it? It is First Crusade with Sicilians, I guess. At one point he can probably use it too, like maybe when he's on 200 pop he can use it. Try to be on 235 pop somehow. That'll be really interesting to watch. But for now, Jordan has successfully taken down the other castle. This puts Tato in a spot. We're actually looking at game number 1 only, and this is a long game already. Both of them are fighting in imp, and it's not even like early imp. This is like late imp at this point. Like 34 minutes has to be late imp, right? Oh, Jordy. Oh, Jordy. Oh, Jordy. Oh, Jordy. That's a lot of pointy boys. No, no, no. You don't want to hurt you. You don't want to hurt your horses. Hold them up. Yep. Sergeant. Full upgrades Blast Furnace. He hasn't taken the 3rd armor. Do they get it? I think they do, right? They do not. They should. They should. Okay. And look at the eco upgrades. Jordan actually has both eco upgrades. I think Boso and Wheelbarrow. Not Wheelbarrow. What's it called? Heavy Blow. Heavy Blow and Handcart. So like he has been preparing for a long game all this while. He knew this will happen, and his investment is gonna be so much worth. Suddenly the resources for Tato will drop down for a bit, and obviously efficiency for Jordan will increase a lot because of the handcart. It's 150 villager game basically for him. Look at this, just focus on the macro, and look at the map control now. Jordan has established a lot of map control. I think both of them have their house separated now. Like if you look at the mini map, you can see it in 2 diagonals. Well, a single diagonal. But right now the game's slowing down. Both of them are trying to wait, and Jordan's taking Wait. What? Did he cancel it? Why did he cancel it? I don't see why he canceled it here. Oh, and our feed has stopped. Come on, man. This is not good. Come on, come on. Load it back for me, please. 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 This is not good. Is it back? I think it is back. Let's go. All right, Jordan's trying to raid at the back. That's interesting. Oh, he did First Crusade. Look at his pop, 235. Fully efficient sergeants. Look at the score diff now. Jordan's actually on top. And those 34 sergeants, they're like fully extra pop now. Now, he's actually raiding on both sides. Not raiding, just attacking in general. And like all those hubs, there's still a lot of hubs, even for the Sicilians, but those cavaliers are not gonna care. They can take down the trebs before they go down, I think. And oh my gosh, look at those sergeants. Are they just gonna go build donjons in Tato's base at this point? I think Tato's looking a bit lost here. Oof, what a game. Both of them going really deep into the late game at this point. But yeah, Jordan has an unstoppable army. What a big mass he has now. That's like 30 or 28 sergeants, 27 on one side, on the other, but like only halves, they're not gonna do much. Look at the amount of gold for Tato, 1600 gold, 700. What is he gonna do with gold? The look on Tato's face is that he's kind of given up, but I don't think he has, because he cannot afford to give up. Like, it's a best of 5 today. From group stages to quarterfinals, we have added 2 games just to make sure we know the clear winner. So you can never give up on game 1. You gotta give your best fight, which Jordan has done. Even after that feudal aggression, the castle aggression from Tato, Jordan kept fighting, and he's in a spot where he looks unbeatable. That's 14, 11. Okay, that number, 17 slingers versus 8 sergeants. I mean, sergeants will eventually die there, but Jordan still only has 2 castles. I think those tribes are still working out for Tato, but he's slowly losing control in his own base. He still has a lot of gold. Suriko's going down. His wood, he has some wood stack, but it's going down slowly. And very soon he might lose all his farming eco. But right now we're looking at 180 power versus 192 power. Till this number goes down for 1%, I don't see anybody stopping from what they're doing. And look at Jordan. He realizes the play has to be some cavalry raids there. And he's raiding and he's defending with those light cav. Light cav just might be enough for him. He does have the gold. He has like 1,000 gold in his stock. So he could even go for Cavaliers if he wants to. Tato's buying food. And Jordan's selling food. Interesting. The queue for Tato is mostly slingers and halves. That's about it. He doesn't need eagles. Eagles are not effective here, but that's the only mobile unit he has. And he kind of needs eagles to try to raid Jordan's eco, but like, I don't think that's going to do much. Tato's just got a game plan that might not work here anymore. Like, he needs to come up with something that really defends versus this army, but I don't think anything can. The resources for Jordan are like crazy. 1,500 food, 2,000 food, 1,000 gold. That's hard. I think. Wait, is Jordan running out of gold? I think so. Like, he has 0 villagers working gold now. Maybe he's completely run out of gold. There's some gold tiles definitely on Tato's side of the map, but it's not gonna be that long of a game. No way, no way, no way. Like, the army count is still pretty good for Tato. He's 60 army compared to 80 from Jordan. I think Jordan probably deleted a lot of villagers as well, but they're slowly sieging each other. I think at this point, 3 traps for Tato, there's 5 traps for Jordan, and I think Jordan is kind of focused on the bottom side at this point mostly. Look at those traps. 4 coming in there. And there is skirms. I think skirms are just there because he knows Tato is probably running out of gold. He does have a lot of gold. Well, never mind. Never mind. He just used all his gold to buy the food. And was it worth it? He takes the eagle upgrade, but he doesn't have the gold. What are we seeing here? Those skirms will do just fine versus Habs and Slingers and those. Look at those light cap from Jordan. They're just taking the fight versus Haas spot on. That's funny. Like, okay, Jordan has the eagle upgrades, but he doesn't have the gold, man. What are you gonna do without them? There's no gold whatsoever. He doesn't have much resources to sell for. Oh, look at this. Jordan has a full, like, I think that was a 7 tile gold pile or something. Tato just sold food now, and half the price he bought the food for. Now he's taking handguard, he's taking bosa. Ooh, that's a big massive army from Jordan. Look at that. 90 RV to 60 RV, 130 villagers, 100 villagers. This is not gonna. Oh. Yeah, this is not looking good for Tato right now. He is trying to put all of his army in a single place to try to defend versus this big of a raid. That's 40 light cav, I think around 20, not 20, yeah, around 20 skirms. That's a lot of crash from Sicilian. Sicilian crash is not the best, but it's not too bad either. Like, they don't have Hussar, I guess. They don't have the last Pierce armor for the skirms. But I think they'll deal just fine versus Incas, because Incas don't have any sort of Hussars, or any sort of cavalry, I guess. He's instantly taking out a TC that was trying to buy stone. No, wait, he's selling the stone for gold. He's running out of gold. I think he wants to make eagles. I think the eagle switch was a bit too late when he has no gold left. He has 1 villager in gold. He does have 4 relics though. But the gold from those relics is going to be super slow. And all those hobs hunting down the traps, they're not going to chase them in time. Tado's still trying to hit the castle on the top side. I can see it in the minimap blinking. Now, army number for Tato is going down slowly. 26 right now, 25, 24, 23. Okay. He made something. But yeah, it's like he's got 12 eagles in the queue. But those eagles won't last forever. They can push slowly for a bit, but then they'll die to sergeants again. Look at the amount of gold Jordan has stacked while he's making all this trash. He has 1,700 gold right now. Does he have any gold units in the queue? I think maybe a couple of sergeants, that's about it. So he can still make a lot of charges. He still has 2 castles standing and maybe some dungeons as well. You can make it out of all those. I don't think you can make sergeants out of TC, can you? I don't think so. That's beginnings, I guess. But right now, what Jordan's looking for is a win here. And it's 55 minutes. That's a long time. I think the time limit for these games is like 1 hour 15 minutes. That is 230 years left from now. I don't think that's long enough for Tato. Are they even thinking about it at this moment? I mean, they could if Tato can keep his gold piles, maybe. Jordan's got 0 on gold again. He might have to make some more villagers if they're looking for more game time. Or will Jordan just try to invest in more army, more sergeants maybe? He has 8 sergeants in queue, that's the only thing he has in queue. Meanwhile, for Toto, it's mostly Hobbs in queue, some Eagles. Looking at the KD, it's pretty even, 550 to 535 positive for Toto right now. Eco KD almost similar too, 78 to 73 for Jordan. This is going to be really interesting if we actually go to game time. 20 minutes, I think. Or not 20, it's more like 18 at this point. Are we really gonna go for researches? Oh, crop rotation gills for Tato? Is he really thinking about it already? Does he really think it's gonna last that long? Maybe he's gonna just extend the game as much as is possible. For Jordan, I think it might be a little rough if he starts thinking about that. The score is pretty even. It's 220,300. It's barely any different. But I think the Eco KD is still in favor of Tato. If he keeps taking fights, it might not work out. Because it's Sergeants and Cavaliers versus Habs and Eagles. He's making his castles. Okay, that might add up to a score. And Jordan's taking the lead. And look at the KD now. It's in favor of Jordan now. Oh, Jordan does not see this. Or he does. Never mind. He does. Taking down the houses, Jordan? Is that a secret? Did the castle just add like 500 score to Tato's score? Might have. Are there any tribes on field? There's 5 tribes for Jordan. Where are they? Yep, there they are. They're very far. It's gonna take a long time. I mean, he still has enough time. If they actually field all the army on one side, that is really beneficial for Jordan. He wouldn't even have to care about the raids. I think at this point, all Jordan needs to do is focus on putting his army together, take down the castles if possible, and take the push. I think once the castle goes down, Tato's gonna lose like 500 score right away. I can't believe this, but we're actually trying to figure out who gets the better score. And look at this, Tato realizes this very soon. He's taking 45 walls at this point. Holy shit, Thumbring as well. He's taking every research in the book. And I don't think he cares about what happens. He knows like he won't die in the next 15 minutes. This is first game, folks, and it's going full time, extra time, penalty shootout. I don't know, man. It is basically penalty shootout. It's a 50-50. Not really a 50-50, but yeah. Come on, Jordy. Come on, Jordy. Is the tech score? Look at the score difference now. Tato's actually ahead by 1,000 score. I think that is simply because of all the researches he's taking. But we'll have to see how the fight pans out here. It's really interesting to watch. Yeah, I mean, definitely Tato's gonna lose this. He doesn't even have too much stone. Taro's selling all the food for gold. I don't really know what he's making with that, but yeah, the castle's kind of down already. And Jordy boy, what's the plan here, Jordy boy? Both of them are on 200 pop, so yeah, this game is not gonna finish in next 10 minutes. Definitely not so. He's even taking Siege Onager. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. This is very boring, but at the same time, this is super exciting. I don't think the Siege Workshop's gonna go down anytime soon. I don't think. Wait, he does have one Onager. I think one Onager shot is enough to make sure Tato will have the lead. But Jordan isn't spending any resources on techs. I think this is really, really smart from Tato. He's taken all those techs. And he's taking even more. I don't think like taking down all these buildings is gonna give the score lead to Jordan anyway. Oh, are we looking at a potential Onager shot for Tato here? Where's his Onager at? That could be a really good fight for Jordan here. KD is still good for Tato though. The slingers are actually doing a lot of damage here. Come on, Jordan. 10 minutes. Holy shit, this is way too close, and I would hate to see Tato win just because of the score right now. Like, uh-oh, no, no, no. Oh no. This is bad. I think Jordan is trying to think what to do, how to take the score lead. Does he have enough time to take all the research upgrades at this point? Maybe he needs to build multiple universes to take all the research upgrades he can. Uh-oh, that's a lot of Onagers. Uh-oh, that's a lot of Onagers. Tato might have sealed it. Gosh. Maybe the relics? Maybe if he can find the monastery? Where is his monastery at? He's going for siege rams. He's going for siege onager upgrade as well. Does he have enough time though? Gosh, I hate the time crunch here. But this is scary. It's really scary. Jordy boy, oh no. This could be bad. I mean, not really bad, but like it might actually give Jordan the score lead. Because those halves might just die to TCs, but Jordan will have to focus on it. Oh my boy, Jordy. Oh my boy. Oh my gosh, he gets the shot. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, this is interesting. Did he snipe that Onager with the trap? Or with the Onager? I do not know. 180 pop for Jordan right now. Oh. He's just focused on the Onager right now. He does not get it, but the Scowl sniper. Let's go, let's go. Score is actually looking very close again. And one good shot for Jordan might be enough. Tato has 2 more Onagers in the queue. The Siege Workshop is there, but it might go down very soon as well. The KD is looking still like very, very close, but Tato has the upper hand right now. We're waiting for the one shot. One shot to seal it all. Not on your own people though, Jordan. Come on, man. This is so interesting. Holy shit. Keeping an eye on the Onagers, that's gonna be hard. Okay, okay. Score's looking super close still. I think Bob looking really Bob's going down actually super fast for Tato right now. Jordan actually has a score lead just in time. It's 5 minutes remaining, guys. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Crunch time, Jordan. Holy shit. Look at the resources stockpiling for Tato right now. I think, yeah, all those resources might. Oh! Did Tato actually kill his own villagers there? It's possible he did. Holy shit, this game, man. They're gonna need a big break. I think Jordan doesn't want to take any more fights because he has a score lead right now. He can actually spend some resources on some useless researches at this point if he wants to, but oh my gosh, this is interesting. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Insane. Are those villagers stuck in there? No. Thousand score lead for Jordan right now. That might be hard to come back from. Unless Tato takes a good engagement, but all he has is slingers right now and some hobs. But oh, he loses 2 one-agers actually. And then he looks for raids. Jordan actually Tato lost the monastery. I think that might be a big reason his score went down as well. Now, right now, what Jordan needs is just some good fights, but he might not get those good fights. Oh, was that a really good shot? Because I think it was. Score lead's still really good. Look at the KD. Oh my gosh, they call it. They call it with 1 minute, 30 seconds remaining. Oh my gosh, not 30 seconds. Is it like 20 seconds? Yeah, I think it's 20 seconds. Holy shit. That game was long. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, what a game. What a game. Game 1, guys. That was just game 1. Let's hear the caster thought. Should we? Should we? Oh my gosh.
9.5 hours of sleep last night. I didn't get my
Holy.
crucial 9:45.
No, he's on his schedule. I think he said he woke up at 5:30,
Okay.
which is Jordan time. I
Yeah, that's
suppose.
Jordan time.
All right, now he goes back to his notebook, and we have to look at what maps will follow up next. It's going to be Tato's pick, and wow, dude. I mean, how is Tato feeling after that?
Well, I mean, he's experienced enough to know how it feels to lose the long ones. He also is experienced enough to know what it's going to take to beat someone like Jordan. So I think, you know, you have to have a short memory, but I think it lingers. I think it lingers until you win this next game, and then game 1's forgotten.
Mm-hmm. He had so many chances to win that too. The early push, he had a chance to win.
Yeah.
And then later on, when he held both sides, and then super late in the game with just the score, I think he might have been a little bit too defensive though. I think he maybe was thinking about the score just a little bit too much as he pulled back all of his units to his castle, and Jordan just wiping up all the buildings with his trebuchet behind.
An amazing game to start it all off, Dave. It truly was. We'll have to see what the choice is going to be for Tato. All the other sets, yesterday, we had an idea of what was coming because there was only one home map, but here there's 2 home maps. And so with those 2 home maps, we will have a great idea soon once it pops up on our screens. But as we wait, there's a short little interview here with Riley and the Viper.
Yes, thanks, boys. Standing by here with Viper, and my goodness me, just give the players a chance to sort of reset and take a bit of a break. And I thought in the meantime we could talk to you about some of the stuff that we saw, the longest game that we've had so far. Before we get into, obviously, you watching 2 of your teammates duke it out like that, tell us about the experience of these hugely long post-imp games, because I know you've played your fair share of them.
Yeah, obviously long games are like, I mean, this game is very special as well on Empire Wars because you have the time limit. So as the game starts dragging on, you have to start thinking about how do I artificially increase my score as much as I can.
Because that's the tiebreaker if it goes to time, yeah.
If it goes to time, you highest score win. And we saw Tato doing that. He started doing all these researches that he didn't really need them. But he was, yeah, exactly. they keep doing these researches to increase their score. And yeah, it's obviously it's a slugfest. Once you feel like it's getting towards the time limit, that's where you have to really reset and decide: do I actually want to keep pushing? Do I just want to sit back? do I want to take it slow in order to not give your opponent a chance to take the score?
And I guess a lot of that comes down to civs as well. When you're wanting to have those trash wars, not in the sense that these units are bad, but in the sense they don't cost any gold. Because Tata was cut off from gold, he was using the market to try to, keep up production. And a lot of the time it will come down to the civ as to gold. Because Tata was cut off from gold, he was using the market to try to, keep up production. And a lot of the time it will come down to the civ as to who has the upper hand. But there we saw these two players were going at it for a very long time.
Yeah, and also Sicilians, Incas are, like, there's a lot of mind games going on, let's say, between these two players. And these two civs are not civs we see too often, right? And then we have both of them thrown in and they go to the post-imperial age. So I think both players didn't really know exactly how to play it, right? So we see them kind of juggling back and forth between compositions. And that's also where it's like, that's what's the beauty of RTS, right? You have to make the decisions on the spot and figure out what's the right composition here. And I think if I would have liked to see Tata try full camo ukes, maybe, because Sicilians are really hard. Even if you have counter units, Sicilians they don't take the same amount of damage, so they have a lot of potential to kind of play around that. And Jordan did that phenomenally.
He did a great job. Ordinarily, this is the time in the interview that I'd ask you, who you're going for, who are you looking for. But of course, these are both GL boys. I'm not going to ask you to pick between them, but Viper, one thing's for certain, we're going to see incredible games in the rest of the series.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, Viper, thanks so much for your time. Looks like we're going to be able to head back to our feature match area for the next game, so strap yourselves in, my friends. We're just getting started.
Alright, game two's on. Dude, we didn't even get enough time. Holy shit. Whew. Bengalis versus Dravidians. Oh, two of the new Indian civs. Interesting to see this on Northern Isles. So for Bengalis, I think there's not really any specific bonuses. I think there's gotta be some cool bonuses. He does have like 2 extra villagers. Oh gosh, I really need to check the tech tree. Can you check the tech tree? Can you show the tech tree, guys? For Dravidians, there is a unique unit for water itself. I think they have good fish bonuses. Bengalis gotta have something tech tree bonuses. But anyway, forget the sales. Let's see the game plan here. Mark it down for Toto already. Food count looking similar for both, but gold count for Jordan is really high. I'm not assuming that Tito's already used his gold, but I mean, they could have some kind of army sneaking around. People just send their archers for, but all the army I see from Jordan is 2 spears and a scout right now. And for Tattoo is 3 archers, a scout, no spears. Oh, they find each other, they cross each other, they say hi to each other and they leave. Maybe they didn't even look, honestly. That could be really interesting if one of them is seen exactly where they are. Sad for Tato though, he kind of just passed the dock, but I don't think Jordan realized it. Not in time, probably. He is vaulted mostly on that side, and Tato, are they open anywhere? The wool line is pretty thick. I don't think you can actually do much here. There's oh the Sikh villager from Jordan finds a good spot for his stable. Stables from Bengalis, they do have bloodlines. I think like they have a decent cavalry. Like it's pretty bad like overall, but like in feudal age, in Castle Age, I think it's still fine. They're both up at the same time, exactly same time. What a match this is going to be. Interesting take from Jordan. He just switches his lumber camp so he doesn't get hit. Tato meanwhile has no clue what's going on. He is walled in obviously, so it's not gonna affect him a lot. No fletch. Wait, there is fletching for Tato though. That even then he managed to go up at literally the same pace, like maybe 2 seconds ahead. So, but yeah, 2 wheel difference. It's not a lot, but it's something, and it's gonna be 4 wheel difference as soon as they're in Castle Age, at least. But I mean, Jordan has 25 seconds of idle time. That's 1 villager. It could have been 3 villagers difference, I guess. No kills for any of them. Wait, Tato has a kill. I don't know what he killed. Maybe a scout, or maybe a fishing ship. Fishing difference at 6 to 6. It's probably because they practice together and everything. Oh, Tato might be able to get it there. Might be. Oh, is that a monastery now? Oh, is Tato gonna scout it? Yes, he sees it. And both are going for the galley upgrades there too. But I think they're both gonna play fire ships rather than galleys. Oh, there's an elephant. This is nice. I think Bengalis are the only ones with the elephants in here. Dravidians do have the elephant archers, but not the elephants. It's very interesting to see. I'm pretty sure they have some really good elephant bonuses as well. Also, the fight Tato's taking on water. We can't forget that both of these are like they have their own strength, and Tato's strength might be water. And this is a game that could really, really change the course of this series. Because if Tato loses this, it might be really difficult for him to win on those 2 landmass versus Jordan. I mean, obviously, it's a 50-50 chance, I would say still. But yeah, you'd want Tato to really win the water maps. Right now, what we need. Wow. Jordy boy. Wow. So Tato's gone for 2 TCs. Jordan's making his 2 TCs. There's a 6-wheel difference right now. Jordan's picked some kills on the villagers right now, but how many more he could get? Maybe even a couple will be enough. There's a single pointy boy. Oh, is it enough? Yeah, I think it's enough. for elephant. That is some animal cruelty there. And Tato killing all the fish from Jordan. Well, not all the fish, but yeah, some. I mean, they traded the fish out. I think Jordan has 3 left right now, so that's something. The market. Ooh, that's an interesting one. But yeah, that's a lot of mangonels from Tato. He's got a siege workshop. Does he have a military building there? Don't see it yet. And another elephant going in there. Those elephants are gonna be really annoying for Tato to deal with. They take a lot, and he probably doesn't want to take the pikeman upgrade, does he? I mean, they are cheaper, so he might as well. There's redemption for Jordan. Oh. Does that mean he's going to convert the siege? Yes, he will. He got the conversion. Let's go. Is it going to be a 1-for-2 trade? Oh boy. He gets a villager really, really important for Jordan to do. It's going to be a trade. Oh, he loses one. Oh. This is good for him. This is insanely good for him. But this also tells Tato that Jordan has redemption already. Both of them are on 2 TCs, where Jordan's going for a 3rd one, and right now, will difference is literally 54 to 55, even though like the 54 wills also includes a couple of fishing ships for Jordan. 0 fishing ships for Taro though. Oh, he loses the monk. Oh, wait, Jordan loses the monk. If he can convert the siege, anywho, he still Tato still denies the town center from Jordan. That's gonna delay quite a lot of eco for Jordan as well. And some investment into TC. Will the TC go down? I hope Jordan notices it before it goes down. That castle from Tato will actually put a hold to the aggression from Jordan there on his side. Oh, look at that. Oh my gosh, that was an instant shot. Did Tato delete it? I think he might have. There's 6 monks from Bengalis. I am really not sure what the Bengali texture is like. But what we're seeing is like they are both a little bit of water as well. There's 2 fire ships from Tato and 7 fire ships from Jordan. Jordan has a lot more water armor right now and a lot more investment. But I think Jordan might have to build a market as well. He's behind in villager count though right now. Yeah, the aggression from Jordan has kind of stopped here. Is he gonna go for siege elephants and stuff here? Oh, and Tato had to delete his siege workshop. He can't be modeling. I mean, without a stable or barrack or a range, that siege workshop won't be able to do too much damage. I think it already did what it needed to do. The relic hunt begins for Jordan. He already has 1 relic. He's gonna get 2nd one as well. There's 1 in the center, so he's probably gonna use his transport ship to use it. I think Tato's already lost his transport ship. His army. Oh. No, this is not gonna be where. Jordy boy. Shield Jordy boy. No bodkin. Or is there bodkin? Yeah, no bodkin for Tato right now. So these monks just live long enough, I think. Wow, this is interesting. This is interesting now. Oh, is it enough? Yeah, my boy Jordan. He lost a monk, didn't he? Oh. Oh, Jordan. That's a funny fight, though. Rumi, swordsman for Tato here. Interesting to see, but anyway, the fight continues on in water. It's still 6 fireships for and a demo for Jordan. Yeah, that's really interesting to see. Only 3 fireships for Toto, fourth one. There's 4 more in queue though. And wheelbarrow coming in from Jordan. No wheelbarrow for Toto. They both have. Wait, Jordan took Boso. This is the second game. We don't really see Boso so often in Empire Wars because actually it's very heavy on the resources, the food and wood count in Empire Wars. But what we've seen is Jordan opts for them both the times almost very early in Castle Age. Well, I don't know if we'd call this very early, but yeah, he's had it for a while. Also, why is that a single village color? Oh my god, we're seeing things today. Oh, Ruby swords are for the guys. Wow. And the war fight continues, and the castle for Toto is in a really good choke point that's actually going to secure one corner of the map. Well, not a corner, but like one corner of the shoreline. But basically, what will happen is Jordan can never pass through that. Um, what would you call it? Pass through that. Okay, I don't know the word. Oh gosh, I don't know the word for that. A canal is not a canal. But yeah, let's just say Jordan cannot pass through with his navy next to the castle. Jordan has clicked up to him, though. Oh, yeah. I mean, Tato has no info of this castle right now, and that castle will produce Trapsuits. Jordan's taking fletching right now. Is he also gonna take vodka and stuff? We'll soon have to see. Oh, still no info for Tato. He's just waiting in the house right now. Could it be elephant arches? It might be. It might just be. Both of these have some elephant arches. I'm pretty sure. Bengalis have the better elephant arches though. Because they have some elephant bonuses. But oh. But more or less the aggression is gonna be on against Tato. Tato sees the range, but he doesn't see the castle. Yep, there comes the elephant archer. It could be also the unique unit, the Rathas, for Jordan. Ruts, as I can say in my native language. Ruts. I should have casted this in Hindi. That would have been nice. But yeah, chemistry coming in for Jordan right away. I think Dravidians definitely have the bombard cannons, but I don't know if Bengalis do. These monks will be able to convert the fire ships as well. But 20 seconds more, and Tato will also be in aim, but there's already 2 traps to deal with, I think. One's out, I think one's in queue. Wait, not in queue. Never mind. Just one trap. Just one trap. But one elephant archer, another castle, 2-3 range. Is that block printing from Jordan? Oof. I guess we don't see the ruts, we just see elephant archers tonight. This could put Tato in a really bad spot once he loses his castle, because he might just lose all of his base, because those elephant archers are usually unkillable. Oh, that's kind of sad for Jordan. He doesn't get a single conversion over there. Thumbring, I don't think he has taken Thumbring, but Ballistics coming in for Jordan. Already has chemistry. Bracer will be in soon, I think. He's taking the second armor first. And a little bit of Trevor going in. Honestly, Jordan can just walk in with those elephant arch. Oh, that's a siege elephant. Wow, this is an elephant game. Wow, those elephant archers is tanking crazy. That's a lot of skirms. What do you do versus all those skirms, Jordan? Those skirms, the Dravidian skirms, which attack 25% faster. They also do a lot of damage to ruts, the chariot archers, or whatever you can call it, like cavalry archers basically. Even though ruts can do melee damage, they still take a lot of bonus damage from skirms because their class is still cavalry archers as well. They basically take. Is this elephant actually gonna do anything? Can we see the HP bar? Oh, it doesn't do much damage before it goes down, I guess. Those skirms from Dravidians are deadly. Jordan's going for flash fires. Oh, he's planning to fight water as well. Now, even though those elephant archers are super tanky, they take a lot of bonus damage from these skirms. And bombard cannons coming in for, well, only Jordan, I think. I don't know if Bengalis have it. Is that Dry Dog? There might have been Dry Dog. For Jordan. But if I'm right, they're both gonna plan on fighting water at this point. This could be another 1 hour, 15-minute game. Fast fire is coming in for Jordan now. He has 1100 stone in his bank. Both of them have 50 on wood at this point. Look at the upgrades from Jordan. He already has all 3 wood upgrades. He even has Suman Saw. Meanwhile, for Tedo, it's only Boso and Horse Collar. No wheelbarrow, no handcart? No, he has handcart and wheelbarrow this time. Infantry upgrades for Tato. He's taking heavy blow now. He's taking halberdier. He's taking infantry. Movement speed. It starts with an S. I can't remember the name. Squires. Squires. Oh my gosh! It took me 2 days to remember that. Holy shit! But all the fishing drop tags coming in too. This is gonna be an interesting game. Or will it be an interesting game? Tato has a score lead for now. He's got a good KD. I think his score lead is most typical of the army. He has 2 bombard cannons, 25 skirms right now. Jordan's making a lot of things. He didn't have Bracer. Bracer just comes in right now. But I think even if he had Bracer earlier in the fight, would have changed a lot of things. The problem for Tato could be that he might be a Bobcat and he will have to delete all of his land army just to fight water, right? For Jordan, it's around 30 ships. For Tato, it's like 10 right now. We're talking about the Navy. Now Tato is taking the doctors. I think Dry Dog and something. Oh, the unique thirsty boys from Tato. I don't know. I think it was. Gosh, I need the Tector right now. Tector pause. Anybody? Mapu, please. Tector pause, man. Okay, Teresa die. Let's call it Teresa die. Oh, into the castle, Jordy. Chill, Jordy. It's just a bombard cannon. I know you don't get it. Doesn't mean you go so hateful against them, man. It'll be interesting to see. I think they're like turtle ships, hopefully. Jordan's actually losing so much fish though. Not fish, fishing ships. Not fishing ships. Navy, fire ships, fire galleys, war galleys, war galleons. So Teresadai versus war galleons. How does this go? Can't even see the attack animation. Are they like... Oh my gosh. They're almost looking like longbows, but I think it's something else. I can't really tell what it's like. They do look like longbows, but holy shit, man. That's a lot of them. Lot of Teresadais, or a lot of thirsty boys, or something. I can't really tell much about the attack animation. Is Jordan's fire ships even attacking? Those phosphors are probably doing nothing. Tato might just win this fight on water. Jordan will have to go back to attacking on land then. Tato taking that fight actually beautifully. Is that a demo? Is that a demo? Oh, close. It doesn't do much damage, but it makes all of those ships low HP. But looking at the Navy right now, what do we have? It's 30 Teresadais for Tato. 3 demos? 2 demos now. And almost 60 Navy for Jordan, like 33 being galleons, I think 25 being phosphires. Jordan's taking all the infantry upgrades. Is he just going bad at RFCC? Yes, he is. He's taking the log swordsman upgrade right now, I think. This is a water game, and Tato is known to play water games. But the thing for Tato is that he's not in the center. He's stuck at the choke point with the castles in between. Like, he can take the fight from one flank. But Jordan's just pushing the middle completely. He's gonna clear everything in the center for Tato, and he has the central control. The central island, which has a lot of stone and gold, which could be really bad for Tato. He's gonna run out of gold. Look at that. His gold pile almost untouched. His resources are still looking good. He has 3,000 wood, 300 gold, 20 workers on gold still. But I think he's going to run out very soon. He will have to probably either transition to something on land, take out Jordan's castle at the bottom. He has a couple of cannon galleons. Let's see those Teresadais in action. I don't know if he's losing any. I don't think he is. Yeah, he barely loses one. What the fuck? Yeah, I think that's a choke point Jordan doesn't really want to fight on. It's going to be really difficult for him to fight that, especially since he has a lot of fast fires. They can't really get in there, and Tato can keep guiding them again and again. But since those cannon galleons are taking the castle on Jordan's side, he really wants to clean this army up. I mean, we're still 30 minutes away from the 1 hour 15 mark. Okay, those phosphors might be onto something, but I think the number is just too big for Tato. It's 32 Teresa dies right now. And I think the number will keep increasing anyway. Pop count is almost 200 for Jordan, 170 for Tato. So still a lot of rope. Alright. We see this from Jordan. He has a lot of champions, I guess. And what is he taking? He's taking something. I don't know what the unique tech is. But it's a unique tech. So Dravidians actually have insane infantry. They even have the unique infantry unit as well. So Tato can actually take care of this if he wants to, but he doesn't have the resources to take all the upgrades and stuff right now. Man, to think about it, it's only the first series. How are we actually gonna last 3 games long? Wow, these games today are taking a toll on me. I'm already starting to feel sleepy. It's just sort of no action right now. It's just Tercida sitting in there and Jordan just taking out TCs with his land control. 2 of those siege elephants. Funnily enough, Tato has a score lead, so. Does he have any sort of land army? Just skirms, I guess. Just the fast firing skirms. Which, I mean, are not the best, but Jordan does not get the 3rd armor. 3rd infantry armor. That's 6 cannon gallons. Yeah, all of them are firing on the castle. Once the castle goes down, Tato can finally move on to Jordan's side of the island. But Jordan has his own plans. He's making his own castle. I don't think Jordan realizes he's not reacted yet, but he might need a plan there, and a plan very soon. Oh, he's still not realizing this. Maybe now? Anytime, Jordy? Oh, maybe he's actually cleaning up this army from, or is he though? Man, they're really tanky. These Teresa dies. Is he trying to micro or is he just stuck? Oof. This is supposed to be the most interesting fight of the year. Just kidding, it's not. It's just ships sitting and firing. Lot of action going on everywhere, I guess. Look at that smell, and you're just taking out a TC, I guess. Is that TC never gonna go up? Maybe not. Oh, it does go up. Look at the pod, though. Still like in favor of Jordan by a long mile. But resources for Tato is 0 wood left. What the fuck? He has 13 wood. He cannot... Is he or what? What even happened there? He just ran out of wood, I guess, and I didn't realize it. Was this already a game of wood? Wow. That is fast. That is super fast. Two zero for Jordan. Basically, Tato's looking for a reverse sweep at this point, and one is Shoals. I think one is Outcrop, and what's the third map? Is it Acclivity? It is Acclivity. But winning with Bengalis and Sicilians, wow. One would have never picked assist. But Jordan did it, and did it in a really convincing way today. Well, the first game was 50-50, but second game almost always looked in Jordan's favor. And now Tato has to face Mayan, Saracens, Berbers, and Vietnamese really difficult civs to go against. Oh, what do we see? Another
Tato,
two?
who was one of the first players to make it through to the quarterfinals. Tato, I want to get your take on what that was like for you being, I mean, you put in a blistering performance. You were straight in there. That must have been exactly what you wanted out of day one.
Yeah, of course. Like it's something that I didn't expect, but at the same time, like it's something I was really happy for, and also like it will help me in the quarterfinals.
Well, let's talk about that. Let's talk about maybe some of the advantages you've picked up because of that qualification. A day's rest. Obviously, you didn't have to play in the elimination or decided matches. What else did you use that day to do in terms of preparation?
Well, I used that day to help my teammates, like Dauda and Jordan, and also like to check what my potential opponents were going to play, what seed, drafts, games, so everything that could help me.
Bit of scouting, bit of intel.
A bit of scouting. Everything that could help me in the quarterfinals.
Okay, and let's talk about your mindset, because you said it was maybe a bit of a surprise that you got through to the quarter straight away, not what you were expecting. Has that shifted your confidence levels?
Yeah, of course. I think it helped me like realize that I can beat everyone, and it's not like I didn't think it, but it was harder, right? I think it was an upset as well, but at the same time, like it potentially had a like easier opponent. Like, it will help me have an easier opponent.
For sure, and I think one of the really important things to note here is the fact that just that momentum that you gain, the fact that you get that extra day's rest, you're not stressed about thinking, oh, my tournament life is on the line. You know, in these quarterfinals, you're exactly where you need to be to succeed. Yeah,
for sure. Like I watched it yesterday, Jordan as well. Like he was on the decider, and he was really, like it has to be super scary moment, and we need to be nervous for sure.
Well, Tato, mate, best of luck to you. I hope the quarterfinals go your way, and thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.
I'm not sure what the casters are saying right now, but let's just go with the safe sound. I'm pretty sure game 3 will start very soon. It shouldn't take too long. And right now, Jordan's probably feeling very comfortable. 2-0 ahead versus Tato is not small achievement, you know? Like, you should be in a spot where you feel confident. You should be in a spot where, you know, okay, I have 2 of my home maps remaining. 2 of the maps I prepared for. Some of my best of Saracens, mine is remaining. So, like, this is literally the exact spot where Jordan wants to be in. He actually got a win on a map I'm pretty sure none of them would have expected to. Oh, it's buff Prima here. Let's see, let's see. Well, not a buff Prima, but a buff Bloom. Or a Prima Bloom. Or, yeah, let's go. Where's Prima today, man? Haven't seen him in a while. Prima? Prima, where you at, man? Oh, game pause. What? Is there a bug? Is there something? What? Another restart we get. Yo, let's go. And finally the game starts. Alright, let's see. It's Mayans versus Hindustanis. I think Tato picked the map and it's out crop. Does he not feel comfortable enough with trolls right now? Or maybe he's just prepared this map a lot more. It's Hindustani versus Mayans. I think Tato was thinking it might be against Berbers. Like, even Berbers, they are decenses and like camels versus camels. I think they're better versus Hindustanis, but like Mayans specifically. What is the plan for Tato here? I think it has to be Gulabs, the unique unit. The Indian Huskars, I guess. Oh, there's a hole, but I guess Jordan's fastest. He's almost fully walled. Jordan has a 75% win rate with the Mayans in tournaments, 14 games in 2022. In general, the Civ only has a 30% win rate during Wololo Legacy. That's interesting. Mayans is considered a really high tier Civ in literally every tournament, every setting, but it doesn't seem like it's successful enough in Empire Wars yet, or at least this tournament. We're about to find out if it becomes a 3-0 or Jordan throws this game just for his friend and his teammate, so it doesn't look like a clean sweep here, right? But I mean, when you're in a tournament, you don't want to lose a single game no matter what. The momentum could turn at any point. And they're just going for cows right now on the outside of the map. They'll probably look to expand very soon. I mean, they are already. It's basically an FC map where the major point is to control the outside. Oh, nicely detected by Toto, the little entry point that could have been. Tato microing that insanely well. 3-0 KD for Tato. And I think scouting is gonna be really important. Oh, Tato realized it just in time, I guess. But that could have been a really fun pick. I think it's because the cows left for Tato. He realized there's some army up there. Oh, he sees Jordan. Is he gonna try to go for all-in Eagles? What? Sato might see that unbuilt or Cav Arch is being the player. This could be interesting, but anyway, Tato has the better uptime right now. I think he has sold his stone, and Jordan did not. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here. A TC at his base for Tato. For Jordan, we're yet to see where he's gonna make the TC. I think he's sending his already forward at the top area, where he might get caught by army of Tato. Oof, there's a lot of cows. I mean, obviously, Hindustanis do not prefer cows, or well, they refuse to do so. It's the holy cow. Well, Tato sees it, and he's gonna send all of his Sia very soon there. That could be really annoying if the TC gets denied for Jordan. That's gonna put him far, far behind. Right now, for the Mayans, it's one will lead. Oh no, even after. Uh-oh. One will gone. Two wills might go down very soon. Those Eagles, they're able to take this down. Like 3 CA might not be enough, but still, 2 wills lost. Might be 3 soon. Yep, 3 it is. 2 is holding the TC. The TC will probably go up anyway, but obviously to delay it. And Jordy Boy losing a lot of Eagles, honestly. KD 10-4. Not so bad, but still like some resources going down to rain and CM massing up slowly. And on this map, like it's a big map. You could chase around a lot of places, like, but once he gets past up, it's gonna be really difficult for the Eagles to actually do much. because they'll have to try to kite them and stuff, trying to surround the CA. What is Jordan's plan here? He's taken both food and wood upgrades again. He's taken Bosa and heavy flow again. What happened to the... Oh, a siege workshop. Closer to the TC. I think Tato might not spot it very soon. KD is still like in favor of Tato for now, but that Eagle mass is starting to pile up, and when the Eagles mass up, it becomes really difficult. I think we saw a very similar game yesterday from Jordan. It's gonna be really interesting to see. I see some blue dots on top of Jordan's face. I think those are some eagles, right? Eagles everywhere. Eagles here, eagles here. 10 will lead for Tato right now, though. I can't remember. Was it the Gao? Yeah, I think it was against the Gao. It was a very similar matchup, but it was, I think, Vietnamese versus Mayans, maybe? And I'm pretty sure Vietnamese have the better CA, at least compared to Hindustanis, because they're more H3. Both of them are in 3 TCs. I think what Tato might want is cope up his army, build down the bigger eagle masses, start preparing for gulams, and once he has enough gulams to take care of these eagles, he can actually raid with these CA, like try to put pressure, because obviously it becomes really difficult to deal with the gulams. With like, no matter what unit you make, they're not good enough to take down gulams. But Jordan's putting the pressure like he wants to. KD is still looking really, really good for Tato, even though like Jordan's only plan is to probably just lose all the eagles, just so he can put some pressure. But Tato has been defending like crazy. He's not let Jordan put a mass anywhere. Like his TC though, it's under a bit much pressure. He's just going for another TC. He doesn't even care. I'm like, okay, take them one. I'll just make one on the gold. And yeah, for Golams, obviously Jordan needs some, Tato needs some stone. He almost had enough for a castle, but he decided to make the TC, I guess. Oof, really good shot from Tato. He does damage on both those scorpions, takes one down completely, and like 70% splash damage to the other one. And the castle's up. Now once the castle goes up, oh boy. Oh Jordy boy. Oh Jordy boy. A lot of siege in there, I guess. 2 mangonels, 1 scorpion. And a castle from Jordan on his side. I think he wants to play it safe on that side. He knows Tato might be able to defend well here. Hindustanis have the unit, which Vietnamese did not yesterday. Really good infantry unit that is also good against archers. And is not super slow as well. That is full arms. Yeah, he already has one. Sitting inside his castle, I guess. Jordy boy just snipes the mango under the TC, under the castle. He doesn't care. He doesn't even lose eagles. Just the pierce armor is so annoying, I guess. But Fletcher coming in for Jordan. Is he transitioning into plumes? I think plumes can actually be really good against Golams because they're fast and can kite. But let's see. I mean, no infantry armor for Hindustanis yet. Okay, those golems did not do too much. For a second, I thought the cow was the cavalry. Ooh, Tato being annoying. Yeah, this could be really good for Tato because like Jordan wants to put pressure, but now he has to defend a lot. Yeah, those Eagles will definitely be able to defend. I think Tato already has ballistics. Yes, he does. I don't know if he has something. No, I don't think he has something. That fire rate is not that fast. Yes, but 20 kills for Tato now. 21 eco KD. Look at the eco difference. It's 40 villagers already. Holy shit! And I think Hindustanis have a really strong eco with those cheaper villagers. And that's Swift TC coming in. Damn. I think soon when Tato has enough farms, it'll take like barely like 2 minutes for him to go up. And fighting with full eagles, it's not that hard. You have one of the strongest infantry units in the game, which is good against both infantry and archers. Usually versus Mayans, you want to go eagles versus archer units, archers versus infantry units. But in this case, you can't really go anything because I think cavalry is the only good option versus that infantry unit. It's basically like Mayans versus Scots. Like you can't go eagles, you can't go archers. What do? You just resign. But with this game, I think Tato's looking good. He might actually be able to bring back one game in unless Jordan does something crazy, which I think it's too late for. I think he was in a good position early on, but I think he has lost all the momentum after losing all the siege. Not much pressure. Tato defended quite well. The KD is like almost 2-1 for Tato, 78 to 30. No, I think this is a good fight for Jordan though. He clears up a lot of the CA, but I think I think Tato doesn't even care. He's almost up. Wait a second, Jordan's already clicked up. What? Did not see that coming. He does have like a 40 build deficit, but he's a fuck. He might just even go El Dorado as well, right? Like El Dorado will help him, but like he needs something against those lumps anyway. What do you make as mine? Just Plumes, I think Plume's the only option worth looking at, I feel.